Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your Adobe Connect online tutorial so that all the participants can see you and hear you and you can hear them. Okay, so we're starting back where we were in the original YouTube clip. So we've now set up our URL for the Adobe Connect session. So I'm just going to right click on that, copy the shortcut, and just to show you how simple it is to load up, I'm going to go to my favorite. No, I'll just go here and you can just enter the link or you can double click on it and paste it and you can just go into the Adobe Connect session. Okay, so it's loading up now and you'll be able to see what it looks like from a host perspective. Okay, so this is what it looks like before you've actually set it up and got it all organized. So the first thing I do is I close down this section. Now, it can be useful if you want to change things around, but I actually like this sharing setting because the other settings don't really have a share my screen option for PowerPoint. So I'll just quickly show you. You've got the discussion set up. I like that because it's got a great webcam section, but as you can see, there is no section for the PowerPoint, although you can have a poll, which is pretty cool. Then we've got collaboration. Again, you can share a whiteboard. You could probably share another screen, but I just like to stick with sharing. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So first things first, I just close this down. So yes, I'm closing that. Okay, so first thing I do is start my webcam. So I'll just press start my webcam. Usually when you're not running a screen capture session, it will come up and you'll be able to see yourself because your webcam will be enabled. It's not working for me today because the screen capture technology is actually overriding that. So yes, it will be a little bit slightly different, but all the setup is the same. So allow and start sharing. So that should be a picture of me, but it's unfortunately just a black screen. Okay, so that's first thing. We have the attendees here, so you can see I'm the only person in here. I'm a host. When you have people entering, you will see that their names will come up here under participants. And there's a chat section as well, which you can write in. So you can just type whatever you like. Okay, work on my spelling. So there you go, and it comes up with my name, so I know who has actually written it, and will for the participants as well. So you've got all your drop-down boxes here. The meeting, where you can set up a new meeting, which is handy for setting up your second tutorial section. You won't need to go to my link. You've actually created your own now, so you can go here to my meetings and set up your own link. Layouts, pods, audio, but the most important 3 buttons or 3 drop-down boxes are these ones. So this one is the speaker. You can mute your speaker, which is a really handy thing to do. So if it's just coming up white, your speakers are actually muted and no one can hear you. Very handy for when you're setting up the session and things are going along in the background of your home and you don't want all the students to be able to hear what actually happens at your house. So I'm going to unmute my speakers now so you can see what that looks like. If it's green, everyone can hear you. Okay. You can adjust speaker volume. You shouldn't need to. So also connect my audio. So this will enable your microphone to work. You need to connect your audio, so make sure that that is green. If there are little lines that come out of it when you're speaking, that means that everyone can actually hear you and your audio is working fine. So it should be green, and when you speak, little lines over here. You can see when I talk that they pick up. There we go. You also need to set up your webcam. So you've already sort of done that. If you wanted to stop your webcam because you don't want people seeing what's happening at your house right at the moment, just press stop your webcam and that will stop it. There you go, it's stopped over there. You can start that up again and start sharing, and that should be a picture of me, but as you know, it's being overridden at the moment. Now, really, really crucial that you press on enable webcam for participants. Otherwise, they won't be able to activate webcam on their end and you won't be able to see them. So make sure you tick that, and it should have a little tick next to it. And that is pretty much it for setup. Now, you can upload documents, and that's what I always like to do. Before tutorials, I always set up a PowerPoint that's going to assist with the discussion and keeping the discussion moving in an orderly fashion for the tutorial. So I'm going to upload one that I created a number of weeks ago. Okay, there we go. So you just press upload. Hopefully I didn't run through that too quickly for you. It just takes a few moments for the PowerPoint to actually upload onto Adobe Connect. It's just converting now. Sorry to keep you waiting. In the meantime, I might just show you what you can do. So you can actually make things fit. And I like altering it because although the PowerPoint's really, really good, I want to see the participants' faces. So you can see that's actually loading up now. I will move the chat to underneath, and you can lift that, stretch that out, and I like things a little bit neat and tidy. Oh, you can see that's loaded up now. That's great. The attendees, well, you don't need to see very much. You just really need to see who's joined you. It will tell you how many attendees there actually are, and down below their names will come up. So you can see who has actually joined you. So we'll leave that. Yeah, I might just stretch that out just so it looks neat and tidy. Then I like to open up the webcam, because although this is just me at the moment, as you gain more participants, that's halved. So you'll see me on one side, or yourself on one side, and then your other participants. So, and then as more people come, your webcam image will get smaller and smaller. So make that nice and large so that everyone can see one another. Okay, so PowerPoint works just like it would in normal PowerPoint. So you can click on the arrow button, you can click back, and you can go through. So you can see that this PowerPoint is not a typical PowerPoint. This was a PowerPoint that was developed after the students had undertaken a PLD2 excursion. Normally I'd have up the readings and just questions underneath the reading title to generate some conversation about the reading. So you can just have a look through. The readings for this week prepared at PLD2 were actually websites. So we talked about those websites in this tutorial. We had some other discussion to generate some conversation about what really inspired them and what they learnt. I like to add images because I think that generates conversation. It's a little bit of a memory starter for me as well. So if I see the picture, it reminds me to discuss certain things. And always at the end of a tutorial, I'll discuss their assessments and ask them if they have any questions around their assessments. So that's pretty much it for the tutorial. And that's the end of the tutorial. So you can stop sharing. You can share lots of things up here. You can share a whiteboard. Whiteboards are really fun to share. You can write on a whiteboard. You can draw on a whiteboard. Make that a little bit bigger so you can see. They can be great little tools while you're discussing. You can erase that. There you go. All sorts of things. You can stop sharing again. and you can go to recently shared. You can go back to your tutorial. You can go back to the whiteboard we just created.